Hi Band fans!
And welcome to this week's Fan TV with On The March videos.
This week it's all about the St Patrick's parades.
And we went to 4 over the St Patrick weekend.
Starting off with Cormeen, we've got 3 clips coming up. It'll be Cormeen Rising Sons of William with their new uniform, a wee clip of Aughnagurgan Accordion Band, and finishing off this section with Clogher Protestant Boys.
But before all that, why don't you stay tuned until the very end when I caught up with Albert Connor from the newly formed Castle Guards Flute Band in Carrickfergus. Albert has formed a new band and let's hear all about what he has to say at the end of the show. On St Patrick's afternoon itself, I took myself off to Broughshane, where Broughshane District number 18 hosted a breakfast, a family fun day and had a parade through the town. Now obviously not everybody is off work on St Patrick's Day, so they only had one band and a few lambegs. But do you know what? It was so encouraging to see so many orange men taking part in the parade, and hopefully over the next coming years the parade will grow and grow further. But well done Broughshane District, it was a great day and I believe breakfast sold out really quickly.
Well, talking about parades, there's 2 parades coming up this weekend. On Friday evening you have the Ballyduff Psalm Committee, and they host their parade in the Ballyduff Estate every year on the Friday at the end of March. And then on Saturday it's the turn of the Denver Smith Memorial Parade in Antrim.
And stay tuned for my interview with Albert Connor coming up shortly.
Saturday afternoon seen the annual St Patrick's Church Temperance Parade and Service in Ballymena. 7 bands in attendance, and you can get all the videos from it and also from
Aughnagurgan, where it was County Antrim RAPC's triannual church parade and service, where they went to Trinity Presbyterian.
2 accordion bands at that parade, and they were playing very well on what was a very wet day. But all them clips are up on YouTube and the links are on Facebook. I want to thank you all for watching, for staying tuned and for your support. But don't forget
to keep following us, following them, and if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications when we upload new footage. We hope to see you all very soon when we are back on the march. Until then, take care, see you soon, bye bye.
Bye bye.
Good evening and welcome to Carrickfergus. We are here tonight with Albert from the newly formed Castle Guards Band in Carrick. Albert, really nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
You have been around the band scene, I believe, for quite a while, and this isn't the first band you've established. So, tell me about the Castle Guards.
Well, I'd say it's not my first rodeo. I've been in bands. My very first period was 1984, where I joined the Carrick Defenders with my father and my uncle.
Okay.
And from that, I was hooked. Come right up through the band, cymbals, side drum, and then we took a break from the Defenders, and I went up with what I've become really good friends with, like the big Stuart Woodside, Neil, Davy Milligan. There was a whole crowd of us in the White Abbey Protestant Boys.
The notorious White Abbey Protestant Boys.
The Marine Army. Spent many a great year up there, and became involved with the bass drum and the flute. So by the time I left White Abbey Protestant Boys, I was an all-rounder, playing everything. Even been known to carry a flag in my day too. So well, it was coming sort of the time of the demise of White Abbey at the time. We sort of took it upon ourselves that we were going to start another band in Carrick. And myself, Davy Milligan part, a few others formed the Grenadiers in 1986. And there's what, 25th year anniversary this year. And the Grenadiers speaks for themselves.
Yeah, they do indeed.
Fantastic band from day one. We got the numbers straight away. We got the investment straight away. We were on the road within a matter of months with, say, big numbers, and big numbers weren't known back in the days in '86. And we took the band scene by storm. I then took a break from the Grenadiers, and I went up and joined the regimental band in East Belfast. Again, my years with them took me further on the flute and the bass drum. Like up until that stage, I thought the keys on the flute were for ornamental purposes, but you soon learn that they're all used. So musically, I built my own confidence up with them. I took a break from them and actually came back to the Grenadiers for a few years, and I then jumped from there to the SPB.
Right.
So I worked with them for 3 or 4 seasons. Great bunch of lads up there. It's just one of them things. Everybody wants to work with the SPB. They've got a great following from Carrick too. Quite a few guys there joined the band while I was in it. And then unfortunately I took a turn with my health. And I stepped back from the band scene altogether. And I thought that was me finished. But talking to a few of the Defenders, my first stomping ground, I got talked into coming back down there, and I helped grow the band there over the last 3 years. The band's really back on their feet and they're doing really well. Introduced new uniforms, tunes. We've got new flutes, 2 different new styles of off drums. Yeah. And we're able to bring a lot of younger members into the band. And then just towards the end there, personalities clashed, and I had a different view of where I wanted to be. And I was going to hang my boots up all together, and then the wife actually said to me, "Look, you're going to be bored stiff." So before Christmas there, I just found myself typing on Facebook, like, is anybody interested in doing 5 or 6 periods a year? I think for a lot of guys, it's become, society's changed an awful lot from doing 5 and 6 periods in a weekend, and probably doing a Wednesday night as well, to wanting to be part of the band scene but only committing to maybe 2 or 3, 4 periods a year. And that's where the Castle Guards was born. It wasn't actually then. I first named the band the Queen Elizabeth II Memorial. Okay. And unfortunately with that there, we hit a brick wall with trademarks and different bits. I ended up having to get my local MLA, David Hilditch, involved in that. We were writing, it got to the stage where we were having to write letters off to the Lord Chamberlain. And eventually going back and forward, we were basically just asked politely as loyal citizens to respect the Queen's or the Lord family's wishes, and not put our name on the loyalist bonds. So with all respect, we decided just to change it. We couldn't find another name, and then just out of the blue somebody mentioned a word associated with guards. and I wanted the dictionary, and the guard's name was in it. And I thought, well, Castle Guards, Red Hand Guards, they've all been done. We've got Pioneers, we've got Grenadiers, we've got Fusiliers, and I haven't heard of the Guards.
Yeah.
So that was it.
It's quite apt.
Yeah.
Carrickcastle.
We'll make that the Garden of Castle, but we'll take it.
Yeah, you take it. No, most definitely. That's fantastic. We've just been into your band practice. A lot of young learners and everything, and they seem to be coming along fantastic. You were telling me you've got 26 tunes learned in 3 months, which I think is unbelievable. So I'm assuming you're hoping to be out in the road soon?
Well, we have actually just secured a first booking. Our first booking will be for pageant.
Brilliant.
We will have a band on the road. We're taking, well, we're actually quite proud to take Juvenile Lodge coming over from Blackpool for the first year.
Fantastic.
I'm led to believe 10 juveniles and 4 adults will be supervising them when they come over. So they have now, I'm led to believe, put their letter into the pageant committee to let them know we're coming. And we'll be looking forward to hosting them through our hometown, and then back here for refreshments. And
hopefully making a bond with them for the future
exactly.
as well.
And it's nice. It's nice that we're going to be able to. It's become a national thing.
Yeah.
To get people over from the mainland too to walk the parade.
Yeah, most definitely.
Which it goes to show that, I mean, the pageant itself, to me, should have always been one of the biggest parades of the year.
Yeah, well, the pageant's getting bigger and bigger and growing and so popular.
Yeah, but without it, there wouldn't be any parade.
Yeah.
Because if King Billy hadn't landed,
well, that's it.
We'd all been going to the cinema every Saturday.
And Neil would have been totally bored out of his head.
Yes, he had nothing to do.
You'd said about the name and that of the band, so obviously there has been a lot of stress and challenges that you've came up against. And has everything else worked out good for you?
Everything has fell into place. As I say, when it's not your first time doing this, and you sort of have, in my own mind, you have 2 sets of members in the band. You've got the guys that want to come and enjoy it. Everyone's done for them, and you've got them couple of boys that are the workers behind the scenes. I've currently been a worker. You're prepared to go above and beyond to get things done. You know what I mean? You're sitting in the shop there, and my fingers were taped off me, taping 50 odd tunes up over Christmas there. But it's all in preparation. Yeah. The same can be said in the workplace. If you're well prepared, things will move a lot smoother for you. So when we came to our first practice, we had all the instruments. Yep. And I would like to thank Robert Graham for contacting me. We bought the drums off them. The guys down in Ballymena, I think at Ballykeel, the flutes that we got off them guys. And Monkstown Old Boys sorted us out with a bass drum.
Absolutely fantastic.
And
that's
that
what it should be.
Yep,
all bands working together.
A lot of guys there, like Neil No, Ricky Coulter was another White Abbey member, who's now with Monkstown Old Boys, was directly in contact with me over there was anything we can do, as well as maybe another dozen guys that I've known through the band scene. And I suppose being amongst other bands, including in the Belfast area too, you meet so many guys. I mean, some of the biggest bands are like ASPP, 100 odd members. There's always going to be somebody there that can point you in the right direction and help you. So the help was there from outside. The well wishes were unbelievable. And we just come down in the first practice, handed everything out, and away we went.
And the uniforms in the post, well, the samples arrived?
DHL phoned me today, or text me today, so the sample will arrive in this week, hopefully.
Brilliant. Well, we'll leave that there as a surprise for when you're out on the road. Yep. So we hope to see you in the Carrick Pad. How can we get your numbers to increase? How are people going to contact you if they're interested in joining?
Well, obviously social media is the way forward, isn't it? Nobody wants to put their mobile number up on social media. So we'll have the page there, the Castle Guards on social media. We can take PMs on that. Yep. And if anybody does want the phone number to contact us any further, I'll certainly give them in a PM. Yep. Apart from that, we're down here every Tuesday night from 7 o'clock until 10 o'clock. Yep. And we've just introduced the practice on a Sunday. Now the times and that will vary depending on what the club has on with christenings and things in the back room. But generally from 1 to 4. That can change maybe from 4 to 6 or whatever.
And learners, experienced people, doesn't matter.
Learners are more than welcome. What I'll say is at the minute we have a full drum corps. So at this present time we'll not be taking any more learner drummers on. But definitely on the lookout for bass drummers. experienced or learner fluters, and anybody interested in coming in to take on a colour party, or even a drum major.
Fantastic. Well, on behalf of On the March and Fan TV, we wish you every success.
Thank you very much.
We look forward to seeing you in June
Yeah.
in about 2.5 months.
Yeah.
We will
hopefully.
be there watching you go by,
Hopefully.
and we'll give you a cheer, and we'll hope to see you for many years to come.
Thank you very
so
much.
much.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. All right.